matcha or green tea shortbread cookies.
Let's see what's cooking. It's time for yoyomax12.
Hello everyone, starting off with a large bowl and 1 cup of butter that's at room temperature and 2 tablespoons of green tea powder or matcha powder. You're going to blend that together by hand or with an electric mixer until it's nice and creamy. Now add in 1/2 cup of white granulated sugar and beat that in until it's light and fluffy. Now you will combine 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour with 1/4 teaspoon of salt in a bowl, and then you're going to gradually add that flour mixture to your sugar and butter mixture until you end up with a fairly dryish kind of a crumbly dough, as you can see here. This is okay. This is typically what shortbread dough will look like when you're done mixing it. So I basically kind of mixed it up and then brought it together into a ball using my hands. And then I put it on a piece of parchment paper, added another piece on top, and then rolled it out until the dough was about 1/4 inch thick. Now it's time to cut them out. You can use whatever shape you want, of course, but I had some leaf shapes, so I decided to give those a try. Now this one is actually a pastry cutter that you're supposed to use to make crusts for pies, but it also works great as a cookie cutter. So you cut out the shape and then push that little plunger down and it makes a nice little pattern on the top of the cookie. So cut out a whole bunch of cookies. And then you need to transfer these cutouts onto a cookie sheet. Now the best way to do this is just like you can see here, I slid that whole piece of parchment with the cutouts onto a cookie sheet. And then I put this in the freezer for about 15 minutes until the dough gets very firm. And they're super easy to remove from the parchment at that point. They don't break when you lift them. And then you can arrange them on your cookie sheet. These cookies spread very little, so you can crowd them quite a bit on the cookie sheet. Now these aren't a super sweet cookie, so you may want to add some additional sugar. So I sprinkled these with a little bit of coarse white granulated sugar. And then I baked them at 325 degrees for about 17 to 22 minutes until they're firm to the touch and they feel kind of dry. They won't change color almost at all. Let them cool on the cookie sheet for 3-4 minutes and then transfer them to a wire rack to cool completely. And then store them in a covered container at room temperature. These are a lovely shortbread cookie. The whole recipe makes about 80 2-inch cookies, so it makes quite a few if you make them nice and small. The flavor of the green tea is nice and strong, and they are delicious and would be perfect with a hot beverage like tea or coffee. I really enjoyed these. And I have other green tea desserts on my channel. I have green tea ice cream as well as green tea macaron. If you want to see these videos, go ahead and click right on your screen or check out the links in the description box below the video. Thanks for watching.